this city. So Daredevil is a new Netflix original series produced by Marvel Studios. Well, with them producing it, nothing can go wrong, right? Right! Because this series is actually really good. This has nothing to do with the Daredevil movie that came out last decade. This is a completely fresh start, and it is great. For those of you who don't know, Daredevil is a hero that is blind. His real name is Matt Murdock, and he opens up an attorney-at-law business with his friend Foggy Nelson. And their first case is with this woman named Karen Page, who is framed for murder. She ultimately ends up working for them as a secretary for payment for her case. And as the episodes go on and they get more cases, it actually goes a lot deeper than they think with that first framing. And by the end of the third episode, we meet our antagonist with Wilson Fisk, or you might also know him as the Kingpin, though I don't think they actually directly call him that at all during the series. Most of the time, characters just refer to him as their employer. And all of these characters have some great backstories, and they're slowly revealing their past throughout the series. It definitely keeps you watching to find out more, and Wilson Fisk's past is really fucked up. And speaking of that, this series is actually very violent. I figured they were able to do that because there are no network restrictions with Netflix. So Marvel Studios is able to do what they want to do that they can't do on TV. And also, Daredevil isn't really a superhero. He doesn't really have any superpowers. Though I guess you can say the same thing for Batman and Iron Man. He just has enhanced senses other than sight. And actually, the ending scene of the second episode, you can feel his exhaustion as he's beating up all of these guys. That just goes through this entire shot with him just beating these guys up and just feeling exhausted, and you feel exhausted with him. He's not like Captain America or the Hulk or anything. He's just a guy who knows how to fight, who's blind. I was also wondering if this series was going to take place in the same universe that the Marvel movies are. And apparently it is. They reference stuff like the Battle of New York and the other superheroes. And there's also a little quip that was kind of foreshadowing, because in this one scene, Paige is banging on a copier, and Foggy says, "Be nice to it for when the machines take over." Eh? And this series is just the start of something bigger that's going to be on Netflix. There are 3 more heroes that are going to have series on Netflix. The next one is AKA Jessica Jones, then Luke Cage, then Iron Fist, which I don't know anything about them, but I'll look it up. And with Daredevil, they're all going to be coming together in the final series that's going to be on Netflix called The Defenders. And that's going to be more like a mini-series because it said it's going to be 4 to 8 episodes. So I'm really excited to see that come out. It's funny that years ago, people said that Marvel was running out of heroes with Iron Man, since they thought Spider-Man was the end-all be-all of Marvel. But last year, we had Guardians of the Galaxy as one of the best and highest-grossing films of last year. And we're about to get our second Avengers movie, and we're getting Netflix series of lesser-known Marvel heroes. And that second Avengers movie is coming out in 2 weeks. Actually, less than 2 weeks by the time I post this. So to celebrate, I'm going to be having a Marvel Madness sort of thing. It's kind of like March Madness, except for in April. And without the brackets, I just thought it sounded good, Marvel Madness. I'm going to be doing discussion videos with Tom, since he knows more about superheroes and comic books, about every single Marvel movie leading up to Age of Ultron. So starting on Monday, I'll put out the first one with Iron Man. Then I'll go from there, and then by the 30th, I will actually be going to see Age of Ultron because it's playing at my theater at 7 p.m. Then I'll have a review the day or so after, and then I'll probably also do a discussion video for that as well, since I just saw it. I figured now is a good time as any to rewatch all the Marvel movies, so yeah, I'm excited to see them all again. So if you saw Daredevil, what did you think of the series? And are you excited for the next series? And are you excited for Age of Ultron? Because I am, a lot. Tell me down in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye! I'd like to give thanks to all of my patrons this month. Your support really helps a lot, so thank you. And if you want to become a patron, click the Patreon annotation. And if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe. If you want to check out some more Marvel stuff, check out the playlist. And as always, thank you for watching.